Here we have the very first lesson of the very first unit of your Grade 8 English Language Arts course. We're starting our adventure with adventures and ventures. I'm just going to take a minute in this recording to walk you through the pages of the lesson so that you know what to expect. We will not go into a depth because that's what the lesson's for. As you will find with all lessons, they begin with the boxed indicators and outcomes that are in line with our Saskatchewan English Language Arts curriculum. And each unit will also begin with focus questions to make us think about what we're going to be learning and what we want to find out in the unit. So this unit begins with the 4 questions. What makes an adventure? What are the defining moments in an adventure? What are the qualities of real-life adventurers? And what can we learn from our successes and our failures? You may want to add your own questions to these to make it a little bit more interesting for you and more personal. On this second page, you're going to be listening to some videos. Now you'll notice that there's the link in the wild here, for example, and then also the URL. Originally we just had the link, but then knowing that some people will access this course through print only and won't be able to just click to go there, we added the URLs. So hopefully you'll have all the information you need in order to find these videos and watch them. And the purpose of them will be to set your mind thinking about adventure and adventurers. Here again we've got a little more before reading and before doing the unit activities to get you in the right frame of mind. So we are going to do a quick journal write, and in these we aren't going to evaluate them with the full rubric, but just with a little bit of evaluation on, does it make sense? Did you say what you want to say? But rereading your work is always a good idea. Then you're going to find that we've got some questions. Again, these are just to make you think. Sometimes you don't have to do any writing with them at all, but do pause and reflect about what it is that they're asking you and what thoughts come to your mind when you read the questions. On this page, you'll do an activity where you'll conduct an interview. We've given you examples to listen to at the start of a poor and a good interview, and then you have your assignment that you're going to choose someone to interview, and you've got the evaluation square to tell you how. An extension is there for you as well. These are always optional, and it'll depend on your time frame and your interests. Page 5 here gives you some information about how to conduct an interview. And then here's your evaluation on how well did I. Now you want to go through this before you actually do it so you know what you're going to be evaluated on. And at the bottom you want to see, just write a little paragraph or journal about how well you think you did and what you can improve on next time. And as with each unit, you will be asked in the first lesson to find a book to read independently as you're doing the necessary reading in each lesson. So there's some suggestions at the bottom. You do not have to pick one of these, but we would like you to pick one that's on the theme of adventure and adventurers and at your grade level. Along with this, you'll notice it says in the second paragraph here that as you work through, you're going to choose the novel and begin a journal. So at regular intervals, you want to write in that journal on different aspects of the novel. The title, the setting, the characters, theme, plot and events, the problem, climax, conclusion, literary devices, the author's style, your own connections, anything that comes to mind as you're reading. So it'll depend where you are in the novel and what the novel's about. It's always a great idea to share what you're reading with someone else. So as often as you can, discuss your reading with another. At the end of each lesson, you'll have your checklist of activities. You might want to print this off at the beginning and make sure as you go along that you're not missing anything. On each checklist, you'll always have the goal setting page. Um, Sometimes throughout the lesson, you'll be asked to set some goals and reminded about that, but not always. So at the end of each unit, you'll want to be thinking about what you learned during that lesson and how you're going to improve. The optional ones are at the bottom, and again, you do not have to do these. So hopefully you'll have some fun and learn some things and go on a great adventure in this unit.